Hello Internet. Welcome to the day 2 of our series starting Codeigniter from scratch, brought to you by webexperttips.com. In the first part of this series, we have seen what are the benefits of using PHP frameworks, what are the various options, why you should consider Codeigniter for your framework related development, how we can download and configure Codeigniter on our local computer. So we'll be starting in the same direction, and we'll be learning about controllers in today's tutorial. So these are the topics we are going to cover today. We will learn about what are controllers. We will see how we can create our own controller, how we can change the default controller using routes file, how we can create our own function, and how we can call one function into another function. So these are the topics for today. What are controllers? Controllers are basically those files which control the logic part of your website. It is one of the most important part of your website. The model class collects the data from your database. Your controller class basically processes that data and prepare it for your view files. So controllers are basically those files which handle the logic part of your application. So all the logic thing, or every activity which you want to do on your data will go under controller files. So let's start from where we have left in our last tutorial. This was our last output, where we have loaded our uh, welcome welcome control class. So our first objective is to create our own controller. So to create your own controller, uh, let us name it let us name this new file as my website.php and save it under the controllers folder. Save the file, copy the code from the welcome.php controller and paste it here. This first line should be included in your files. This is the line which will prohibit any direct script access from unauthorized sources. So this is for security purpose. In the second line, it says class welcome extends CI controller class from Codeigniter. Of course, the welcome here signifies the name of this file, and in our case it should be my website. So we should rename this part to my website. See, here the first character of this class is in capital letters, so that is one important thing which you should keep in the mind whenever you create a new controller file. Then use the name of that file as your class name, but the first character has to be in caps. So class my website extends CI controller class, and this is the first function, the default function index function, which here we are loading welcome underscore message view, which is again from this part. We would like to edit it, and let's say my website is running. So when we load this class, when we load this controller, we should see this message on our page. My website is running, no changes there, and that is because when we are loading this application, by default it is loading welcome.php. We have to change that to my website.php. So whenever my website.php is get loaded, whenever your website is loaded, whenever your application is loaded, then my website.php controller takes the lead, and it shows as the default controller. So to change that, we should go to the routes file, which is under config folder. Where is that file? Yeah, this is the no, sorry, this is the routes.php file, and here you can see this line where it establishes that the default controller has to be welcome.php. So we will edit it here, and we will say my website, And also you should see this line which basically establishes that what controller should be loaded when there is a 404 page not found error. We will definitely in our coming tutorial will create a page to handle the 404 errors. For now, we have changed the default controller to my website, and now when we refresh our application, it says my website is running. That's cool. That's cool. And our third objective is changing the default controller using routes that we have already done. Creating index function, we have already created index function. Calling one function inside another functions. Okay, uh, we will create a custom function here. Let's copy the codes and we'll name this hello world. So let's echo hello world here, and then we will call this function just above my website is running part. We'll call this function as $this hello underscore world. So when we load uh, our application, then this by default this index function will get loaded, and it should then first echo hello world from here, and then it should echo my website is running. So let's see if this is happening. Hello world, my website is running. So there we are calling one function from another function. So this is it for controller part. In our coming tutorial, we will be learning about models and views, and we will then create a calculator, a very simple calculator based on our basic concepts about controllers, about models, and about views. So be ready for the model tutorial which is coming next. And till then, learn about controllers, do some experiment on your from on your side, and if there's any problem, do comment in the comment box below, and I will try to answer as many questions as possible. Thank you.